In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 21.1% and 17.8% increases along with your Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, and VA checks. I have all the details for you here in the video. Let's get right into it. All right, now I am going to be discussing the details of those two percentages that I gave you at the beginning of the video and where we're currently sitting as of right now, the trajectory of these two percentages as well going forward through the rest of this year, and of course how this pertains directly to the fixed income benefits I also mentioned at the beginning of the video, well over 70 million people all across the country. These are some pretty surprising numbers, and again, I want to share with you exactly what's going on here. Let's get into it and talk about what is going on here, all the details behind it, and why you need to know this information. However, really fast before we do, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you have not done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, first off, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Truly do appreciate it. Will you make sure to join the other nearly 500,000 or 500,000 people here on the channel that have already subscribed to the channel by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video? Thank you. I truly appreciate it. I want to do whatever I can for you. I'm watching all the headlines, doing the research, advocating on your behalf, answering questions, anything right now to point out money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, monthly checks, stimulus, anything else like that that's popping up. There's a lot of things that are happening right now, including all the bills, packages, proposals, ideas, concepts. There's a lot. Again, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know, you've heard me talk about all this stuff before. I mean, it just every single day, more information popping up all the time. It's a very busy time right now. So again, thank you so much for being here. Again, make sure to join the other nearly 500,000 people and subscribe to the channel right down below. Totally free. Always has been, always will be. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate it. All right, so let me talk through the details about this. And again, I want to share with you exactly where we currently sit as of right now, because these numbers are still changing on a monthly basis. In fact, the 21.1% is changing monthly, and the 17.8%, well, that's actually not changing monthly, but rather it's only changing once per year. So you'll see here in just a second, I'm going to paint a very clear picture of what's going on, and you'll see the madness behind the situation that is happening here. It's nuts to see this. So, all right, so let me ask you really quickly, how much in the last 3 years do you think that your Social Security checks have increased as a result of the annual cost of living adjustment? I'm guessing the number is far bigger than what you're guessing. In fact, when I ran the math on this, I was surprised too. I thought I ran the calculations wrong, okay? Like when I ran the numbers, I thought, there's no way, that's wrong. I did something wrong on that, right? But no, I did it a couple times and I ran the math on it and it is for sure right on. So just in the last 3 years, get this. Right now, 2024, 3.2% is how much you got. Last year, it was 8.7%, and the year before that was 5.9%. These 3 years alone adds up to 17.8%. I know, right? I was shocked too. I thought, there's no way we got 17.8% just in the last 3 years. We did. Okay, run the math if you want yourself, but that is how much we got in the form of a COLA just in 3 years. Not bad, right? You think of it that way. It doesn't sound too bad until you look at the other part of the equation, which is, oh wait, how much did prices go up as a result of inflation just over those last 3 years? Now, these are the numbers that are being reported to us, and this is on average across the board with everything. Obviously, we know some things like food has gone up substantially more than this, but other things as well, this is across the board. So even that little item out there that has gone up, I don't know, 0.2% or 1.6% is still factored in this. So this is averaged out across all goods and services, basically across the entire economy, okay? So it's averaged, right? We all know what happens with averages. When we get big numbers or small numbers, it throws off the average. But again, that's why it's called an average, right? So anyway, just in the last 3 years and up until current right now, so from the beginning of 2021 until present time right here, right now, mid-2024, guess how much prices have gone up with inflation? Well, you probably already know because I told you the percentage at the beginning of the video, 21.1%. That's massive, okay? So that is a discrepancy of, what's the difference there? 17.8 and 21.1 is a discrepancy of, what is that, 4.1%? 3.1%? Yeah, 3.1%. Sorry. I had to run the math really quickly, okay? So it's 3.1% is No, sorry, 3.3%. Sorry, I'm running the math wrong. 3.3% is the discrepancy there, okay? So in other words, what we're currently saying right now is that Social Security benefits are currently behind the curve by 3.3% as of right now, as we sit right here in 2023, okay? Or sorry, 2024. Now I'm off on my years too. Sorry about that. 2024, okay? So that just shows right now we're behind. We are behind price increases by a minimum of 3.3% on average, okay? Remember, that's on average. Now, do we believe these numbers that have been released saying, oh, prices have only gone up this much? Well, I don't know. But based on what's going on, I think we can all probably agree, I don't know. It seems like prices have gone up significantly more than what is being reported here, but these are the numbers, so we have to run off the numbers here, okay? Now remember, what are the projections as of right now as far as the COLA for next year? Going into effect 2025, which will be released in October of this year. Well, you're right on. Basically right around that 3.3% range, right around there. Okay, that's what they're projecting. But remember, what we have to do first is we have to pay up front. We have to pay the dues up front, and then we get a little raise after we've already paid the dues that gets applied to our benefits starting next year. We're behind the curve every single time. This is just how it happens, right? So this is how it works, right? So unfortunately, this is where we're currently sitting. However, remember, between now and the end of 2024, which there's several months to go here, do you think inflation is going to go up, stay the same, or go down? I'm going to bet it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to stay the same or it's going to continue going up. I highly doubt it's going to go down to any major degree unless the Federal Reserve steps in and really ramps up their policies with interest rates, which I just do not see them doing. They're not going to come very aggressively, especially before what we have going on in November. We know, right? So as a result of this, can you see how this whole situation is playing out right now? Okay, so prices have gone up 21.1%. We've seen that our COLA raises have raised our checks by 17.8%, a discrepancy of 3.3%. It's not adding up here, right? I'm not sure about you. I'm certainly no mathematician, but this does not add up, okay? This shows right here clearly that benefits at a minimum are behind at least 3.3%. No less than at least a minimum of 3.3%, probably significantly more than that, right? So again, no wonder why seniors, people with disabilities, people living on a fixed income from Social Security are so far behind right now. We know this. This is no shock, right? Anyway, I wanted to share this with you really quickly here in this video. These are the numbers that are out there now. And again, remember, that front-running number there at the 21.1% is an ever-changing number on a monthly basis because we get the new inflation reports out every single month. Right around the middle of the month, you hear me talk about them every single month. So that number is ever-changing. However, the 17.8% only changes once per year as we get the COLA announcement and as it gets announced and applied to our checks. See how this is working out? Again, not really in the favor of the beneficiary. It's a tough situation, but this is unfortunately the reality of what we're currently living through, what's going on. Anyway, I hope that this helps you out a little bit to better understand the situation. And again, I like to bring this information to your attention because I don't really think you're probably hearing this, again, from your local news, things like this. I highly doubt they're starting their evening broadcast with, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the evening broadcast. The breaking news is inflation has gone up 21.1% and your Social Security benefit has only gone up 17.8%. What do you think of those apples? I don't think they're starting out with that kind of announcement, right? They're probably not talking about that, and it is fair for you to know what is going on with your money and your benefits. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so. And again, join the other nearly 500,000 nearly people here on the channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section, down below as well, or here on the channel in the video library, thousands there. Or right now popping up on your screen, you'll see some videos as well. Take your selection now, and hope you can check out one of those videos. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you again later.